I went to Diddy's late night party, and there Diddy forced me to bring North as well. He forced me to sell Northwest to him, but I refused. Kanye is putting false accusations on me.
Kim Kardashian allegedly had some videotapes and audio tapes that was actually recovered in the raid at P. Diddy's home.
According to insiders, Kris allegedly orchestrated countless rendezvous between Kim and A-listers, thrusting her into the spotlight at a tender age and blurring the lines between motherhood and exploitation. But hold on to your hats, because we're just scratching the surface. As if exploiting her daughters weren't enough, Kris's tangled web of deception extends even further, intertwining with the scandalous world of hip-hop mogul P. Diddy. And guess what? It's all about to come crashing down around her.
At Hillsong Church Home. Are they the same church? I thought that he left Hillsong to do Church Home, or did Church Home or Hillsong just rebrand as another cult? Church Home. Apparently they're paying off Diddy victims from that slash fund. Bieber might be funding that for them right now. That's so interesting because according to you guys, Kim Kardashian unfollowed Diddy like literally 24 hours before this raid.
Don't scare me, please. What's going on? I can't.
I said, I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so.
Kanye West was right about everything. He knows the freakos that are watching her now are gonna love it when she's 18. It's like the same way they were passing around Kylie when she was 17 years old and no one said anything. I just feel bad for the West children because you either have to have a mom that wants to sell you for money or a dad that's gonna sell you Yahtzee propaganda. Like, either way, you're cooked.
Diddy's drama is about to take a new turn. Heights. So everyone, get ready. According to reports, Diddy won't be departing easy and won't be doing it alone. Either way. No, not at all. He is determined to pull everyone down with him. And you may wager on who is at the top of his list of objectives. You did indeed read it correctly. The Kardashian household. Get comfortable because the juicy portion is about to start. Belts. It turns out that Diddy and the Kardashians were friends even before they became well-known. Today, they are a Hollywood family. There are rumors that Kim K was apprehended at one of Diddy's infamous gatherings, acting in a way that would make your grandmother blush.
We're talking about why Kim Kardashian actually cut ties with Diddy, and baby, it might have been because Diddy's disturbing connections that it looks like people are saying Kim is also involved with. Baby, she's not going down with that ship.
In addition to everything else, Diddy seemed to be a bit miffed that the Kardashians didn't exactly support him during difficult times. However, the worst part is this. Diddy doesn't go out in silence. Oh no. Every dubious company, he's ready to provide the details of every controversial outing he's ever had with the Kardashian family. Kim was surprised by this news since she knows she would have a lot of obstacles to overcome. So take hold of your popcorn and hold on to your hats, because we're about to go on an insane journey through the drama, glitz, and splendor of the aristocracy of Hollywood. As the Diddy Kardashian story plays out in front of our eyes, be ready to see the fallout.
Closing in on Kim Kardashian. The FBI investigation, initially a tremor threatening her carefully constructed image, has morphed into a full-blown earthquake threatening to engulf her entire empire. Leaked information paints a picture of a woman who allegedly used a seductive facade to mask a ruthless ambition.
We've seen the Kardashians hanging around with Diddy for years, and now there are some shocking new details have surfaced. Kim Kardashian was aware of Diddy's illicit actions, but she also allegedly bought off his victims in exchange for money and assisted him in hiding the evidence. I'll offer you an opportunity to... This is about to become very crazy, so hold on to your breath. Do you recall Kay Williams saying that Diddy wasn't the only one with a dark past? He was serious. It's not only Diddy who is declining. Many individuals are. Kim Kardashian seems to be one of those being dragged down with him. You won't accept the absurdity. Kim is accused of doing certain things for Diddy. She allegedly assisted him in compensating his victims, and keeping quiet are his freak-off partners. When it comes to her, it seems like Kim could have been lying to us. Money. There are rumors circulating that she is having serious financial problems. It's almost impossible to contest these claims. As everyone is aware, Kim and her sisters like showcasing their wealth on social media, off their opulent cars and homes. But things may not be that perfect behind the scenes. Her opulent lifestyle and purported debt may be a front for a far darker reality. Initially, let's investigate Kim's financial strategies. When it comes to money, her reputation has always been a little questionable, eager to do almost anything in order to get money. There are rumors that she doesn't mind getting her hands filthy, cuddling up to some unsavory people in the financial industry, not to mention her time working as a closet before to being famous, Brandy's helper. Rumor has it that Kim didn't play fairly at the time and was said to have stolen from Brandy with her sister Khloe's help.
4 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager.
That a mother sat down and decided to sell her daughter's body for fame and money.
Here is a brief summary of what transpired. While Kim worked as Bry's closet assistant, Kim was able to use Bry's credit card for a single purchase, and Bry's mother was monitoring the card. However, once Kim and Brandy split ways, everything changed. She and seeing an opportunity, Khloe and their brother Rob stole a substantial $120,000 from Bry's mother. Kim clung to the credit card numbers for years, waiting for the right moment to approach her. When she thought, she decided to take action once enough time had passed. They used their own stores to transport the pilfered money in order to hide their tracks. Smooch and dash. They believed it would be more difficult to see if they didn't spend it all at once since Brandy was already well known for her shopping binges. However, you know what? Since such transactions were prohibited, they were apprehended by Bry's mother, who oversaw the payments. Initially, Bry's mother attempted to keep things calm and give Kim an opportunity to resolve the situation without going to court, all because of their relationships featuring Ray J and Brandy. However, when Kim failed to repay the money for more than a year, Brandy and Ray J's mom filed a lawsuit against them after deciding it was time. But Brandy and Ray J were able to defuse the situation, convincing their mom should drop the case and reach a private settlement. As said by Ray J, the whole thing was the tipping point in his relationship with Kim. This was the reason he ended their relationship.
Handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at the two, when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on, it called Santa Barbara Sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the mother and said, hey, we're gonna go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it and made a decision. And then you get on to whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud.
Not because to their well-known pornographic video, but Kim was involved in dubious actions prior to her ascent to fame. She was allegedly connected to a money laundering scheme involving Joe Low, a Malaysian businessman who was accused of transferring illegal funds. According to insiders, Kim often visited casinos and gambling establishments. In 2009, she even bragged about returning to Los Angeles while carrying a rubbish bag full of $250,000 he won in cash in a Las Vegas casino. However, it seems that this might have participated in a far larger money laundering operation. Low has been charged with organizing a theft conspiracy. $5 billion from 1MDB, a state-run development fund in Malaysia. His involvement in this massive fraud has led to international authorities pursuing him. Even if they caught despite being under investigation and receiving notification from the FBI, Kim managed to avoid facing any charges. Hang now, put on your hats, as things get more bizarre. There are rumors that the Kardashian-Jenner family may not be as wealthy as they seem. They are said to have been using some clever strategies to evade paying taxes, using the California Community Church. Kris Jenner, their momager, really built this church. This is how it supposedly works. By making significant financial contributions to this church, individuals could potentially get large tax write-offs. Some people think that this may be a way for the family to conceal their true financial situation and maintain the image of unending luxury. Thus, Kim has not only been charged with participating in a money laundering scheme, but the whole family may be involved in tax evasion.
People are saying Kim Kardashian was so common at Diddy's FOs that she was treated as VIP, and even going as far as saying she was like Ghislaine Maxwell in the Diddy case. You know, like helping to get kids to join the parties. One of those was said to be Justin Bieber, and a resurfaced clip shows Kim and Justin at a photo shoot. Kim was 30, Justin 15. The shoot was a romantic theme. It featured Kim putting her lips on Justin after she put her lips on Ray J in a tape. Justin referred to Kim as his girlfriend, and Kim even said she would date him when he was old. There's talk that she did get with him when he turned 16. In fact, he got with the whole Kardashian family. This falls right in line with how she supported Balenciaga, who was called out for using themes in their campaigns. Kris Jenner was said to be in the tapes as well, and she's since run off with handler Corey Gamble, and it's a family affair now. Kim Kardashian is linked to the Diddy lawsuit. Yeah, Kim 24 hours before the raid unfollowed Diddy despite continuing to follow him even after the Cassie lawsuit was settled. Turns out Kris Jenner makes all of her daughters give 10% of their income to a church. The church is run by none other than Lou Taylor. So Lou is allegedly Diddy's manager, and Diddy is asking Lou to pay off the victims to keep them quiet. Lou is the one who put Britney Spears in a conservatorship, and while Kim was married to Kanye, she tried to force him in one too. And during these so-called conservatorships, the Guardian steals money from these celebrities and pays out victims through the church to make it seem like donations. And people think Kim is involved in the trafficking ring after her Balenciaga endorsement. Balenciaga was called out for advertising CP in their campaign.
These ideas suggest that their opulent way of living may be at least partially based on some illegal financial procedures. As we learn more about the Kardashian-Jenner company, it's clear that their story is significantly more complex and controversial than the glitzy image they present to the world. In 2009, the California Community Church is registered as a charity and requires its members to contribute 10% of their monthly income in addition to $1,000 yearly profits. Can you guess who is at the top of these purported donations? Yes, the Kardashians themselves, you guessed it. This is when things start to become a bit risky. The 10% offer results in significant annual tax savings. Kim claims to earn over $80 million annually. So that's an amazing $8 million in tax savings. But hold on, there's more. Kris Jenner just happens to be in charge of the church's performance. In other words, when the Kardashian sisters give up their 10%, it virtually fills their mother's wallet. Kris might discover ways to return the money with ease to them so they may benefit from that significant tax savings without really giving up anything. Let's talk about manipulating the system. Remember this part about the church because we will revisit it in a moment. Let's return to the Kardashians and their shady financial dealings. The whole situation seems to be really peculiar and undoubtedly comes out as suspicious. However, it doesn't end there, since many things don't seem to fit Kim's money. It is widely believed that she has been inflating her income and wealth. This kind of darkness is insignificant. Unfamiliar with the Kardashians, everyone recalls how Forbes exposed Kylie for lying about the cost of her Kylie cosmetics. Firm was worth, which caused her to lose her status of billionaire. Although Kim is still officially a millionaire, some say she doesn't act that way. The SEC looked into her in 2022 after her promotion of the cryptocurrency Ethereum Max without disclosing that it was a paid advertisement and that she had received payment for doing so. This resulted in a Bitcoin pump and dump scheme, and Kim got sucked into that excitement as well. She received a severe sentence ranging from $1 to $26 to $6 million for her participation in the questionable project. But hold on, more tea is being brewed. Even despite her claims to be a billionaire, Kim's Instagram profession has drawn criticism from many. Really, A Wealthy continues to sell Instagram ads. Everyone has been perplexed by it. It's more, do you believe Instagram influencers have more sentiments than wealthy company executives? As a result, there are now even more rumors that Kim and her whole family may not be as wealthy as they would want us to believe. Please understand that she may not have as much money as she claims, but she is not broke. Things became even more intriguing when we learned that Kanye was careful to keep his money apart from hers when they were married. He wasn't, even while they were all in love. Will get engrossed in her financial problem and run the danger of damaging his own bank account. Sources revealed the information to, according to People magazine, Kim and Kanye maintained a strict financial split. His funds belonged to both him and her, belonged to her. Even in the country of the rich and well-known, it seems like everyone is on their own when it comes to arrives at the moolah, and it seems that since her divorce from Kanye last year, her financial problems have only become worse. She was allegedly deeply in debt, $48 million to be exact. Rumor has it that she took out a $48 million mortgage on her $70 million house. The funny thing is that she cannot ask her family for help since they are all heavily indebted. Kris Jenner, her mother, has a long debt history. The Sun claims that she borrowed $7 and $25 and $25 million in August 2018, which was succeeded by a new agreement for amazing $40 million financing from the banking institution Crosswind Venture Fund the next month. January of 2019. In June of the same year, she borrowed $5, $2 million, and then $5, $25 million. Kylie as well, $7, $5 million was borrowed. In summary, the Kardashians have $132 million in debt, which is just absurd. However, they must pay for their opulent attire and private aircraft. Somehow, huh? Their financial setbacks are only the most recent in a long run of what some have dubbed their flop era. Kim might reconsider if she believes Kanye will save her. They may want to step up their game shortly. References show that Kanye is totally devoted to Bianca Censori, his new wife, and has, other than their 4 children, there are no thoughts or worries for Kim.
There's been a lot going on with Kanye right now.
How he looks so down on me for like my tape and brings it up all over town, all over the media, like thanks for reminding people once again. And I have to sit here and not say anything ever because I know one day my kids will appreciate that. And I know that like is the best thing for them. He was the one that started a rumor that said I was hooking up with Drake, having an affair, our whole marriage. She accused me of that publicly. I really can't wrap my head around how he thinks he is a protector.
Sometimes Kanye will say to me, can I have approval over what you say about me on your show? And I'll say, well, you just talked about me in this song, this interview, and you didn't ask my permission. I never say anything negative. If I say I'm exhausted, I feel guilty about that.
We may have informed her about it for free. However, if you believe that Kim's situation couldn't be much more shady or dirty, you must be new here since it's with Kim and her whole family, there's always something going on. In addition to their debt, Kim Kardashian is scheduled to facing legal issues with Diddy. Therefore, if you're wondering why we're delving into her financial issues and how, let me explain how they relate to Diddy.
At 5:30 a.m. for this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
When they learned about Kim unfollowing Diddy only 24 hours before, to the raid raised suspicions, fans did not spend any time. When they looked into her past, they discovered some dubious transactions between her and Diddy. The story intensified even further when songwriter TikTok sleuth BB investigated Kim and Diddy's alleged involvement in the turmoil surrounding Britney Spears' conservatorship. There are rumors that Diddy and Lou Taylor, his manager at the time, were involved in putting Britney Spears under conservatorship. Only a few days before to Britney's infamous VMA, reports claim performance, she and Diddy continued to party into the wee hours of the morning. Some even thought that alcohol Diddy may have given her drugs. But hold on, there's more. Additionally, there are rumors that Kim attempted to do the same thing to Kanye. In one interview, Kanye even acknowledged,
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music.
Now I understand that this could sound like a Hollywood fantasy, but when you begin, when the pieces are put together, a perverse kind of logic starts to emerge. You see, Kim and Lou have a close bond. Britney's conservatorship was conceived by Taylor. Lou's reputation for being unfaithful to her, she is preceded by customers. There have been rumors that Lou is attempting similar activities with other people. Other from Britney, famous people such as Lindsay Lohan. Luckily, Lindsay's family fought valiantly to free her from Lou's grasp. What does this all have to do with Kim? Do you recall the church I mentioned before, Kris Jenner's? At first, a lot of people thought it was just a shady scheme by the Kardashians to get tax write-offs. However, it extends beyond that. The the church's board member, Lou Taylor, is accused of receiving substantial donations that Diddy reportedly made throughout the years to compensate his victims. At first glance, it seems that the church is only engaged in philanthropic endeavors, but the reality is much worse. However, here's where it becomes quite astounding. Due to the footage that is now circulating, Kim Kardashian is really upset. Video allegedly shows her engaging in some shady activities at one of Diddy's well-known parties. And believe me when I say that, for the Kardashian family, this is no typical skirmish. Their whole business seems to be hanging on a thread. Moreover, this tape leak could be the perfect opportunity to cut it. The gossip mill is constantly at work, especially when it comes to Kim. And Kris Jenner, her mother. Rumor has it that they could be apprehended for using this recording, with some unsavory actions with Diddy. Now, the Kardashians often like caressing each other's shoulders. With major Hollywood celebrities like Diddy, it is essential to their continued relevance. However, if this video is the real thing, it might spell disaster for Kris and Kim. Some are speculating that this tape isn't just any harmless shot by paparazzi. It has the goods, the kind of stuff that may put them in serious trouble with the authorities. You can bet your bottom dollar that it will cause havoc in Kardashian territory if that's the case. Never before. Here's the actual deal, however. Despite its seeming brightness and beauty, the Kardashian Enterprise TV and Instagram could contain some secrets. Rumor has it that their ascent to the top involved some dubious deals with Diddy and other prominent figures in tinsel, so it wasn't all joy and rainbows. Town. So, if you're wondering why Kim may be losing her wealth and notoriety due to a battle with Diddy, be ready. Up because we're going to reveal all the details on how the Kardashian House of Cards might be completely destroyed by this legal drama.
I just have anxiety. Are you sure it's safe here?
Yeah, it's safe there. I promise you. Look, I went through the same thing. I promise you.
Let's discuss the whole Diddy scenario and its intricate web, construction in Hollywood. Regarding that, the Kardashian-Jenner family had remained silent. Here's the scoop, however. Just one day before Homeland Security knocked on his house, Kardashian surreptitiously unfollowed Diddy on Instagram. Month. Is it a coincidence? Perhaps. Perhaps not. However, if you believe that Kim's situation couldn't become much worse or more dubious, since Kim and her whole family are always involved, you must be new here, although this may be the worst of it. You see, she has been exposed as Diddy's mistress in his continuing legal issues, and Kim seems to have done a great job this time. When it comes to Kim, it seems that the secret is out. Kardashian's unanticipated forgetting about Diddy. Initially, we all thought she was just trying to. Because of the controversy surrounding him, she decided to distance herself from him. But hold on, why is she still cuddling with Balenciaga? Some serious eyebrows were raised by that. It seems that Kim's distance may have more to it, behave differently than one may think. There are rumors that she has been scared and afraid that others may start painting the connections between her and Diddy's unethical behavior. And you know what? That's precisely what they did. When the whole Diddy mess hit the fan, others started to speculate that he had some big hitters in his camp who were assisting him in avoiding the consequences. I am discussing influential friends who have a lot of influence in high places. Names like Beyoncé and Jay-Z were bandied around. However, one name went unnoticed. Kim Kardashian.
Hey, this is Big Girl Diary. If you're Kim Kardashian, you wish that you can close your eyes and say, oh my goodness, let me wake up from this horrible nightmare. You can't escape from P. Diddy and Homeland Security and the connection with you. But it goes a little deeper. Justin Bieber said that Kim Kardashian, you were worse than P. Diddy. Who is worse than P. Diddy? Now it's quite interesting because you're 29 and he's 16. He's looking like he's trying to drop your hand like a bad habit. And no matter how hard you try, your whole family is connected to P. Diddy. Scary, isn't it? And Kris just loves him to pieces. Yes, she does. You like those young guys, don't you, Kris? All of this started with L.A. Reid.
Fans solved the puzzle and connected the dots more quickly than you could. Say, scandal. It seems that Kim's attempt to blend in only served to highlight her position, or absence of it throughout the whole mess, depending on who you ask. A difficult break for someone who's used to controlling the story, huh? You see, Diddy and Kim have a lengthy history together. acquaintances having a long-standing friendship. I'm getting close enough to say that he was one of the very few she was fortunate enough to be followed on Instagram. Thus, it's obvious that something is happening between these two. People were speculating that someone had reprimanded Kim when she suddenly stopped following him. Before things became too hot, she distanced herself from Diddy. Who may be the source of this tip? Well, a few of names are being discussed, such as Lou Taylor, who formerly managed Britney Spears' finances. A rumor has alleged to have created Britney's controversial conservatorship and benefited financially from it. Additionally, there's Corey Gamble, the boyfriend of Kris Jenner, has lately come under fire. There have been several concerning allegations that link him to the sad passing of Kim Porter, Diddy's former girlfriend. Do you recall when Kanye West said that Corey was a member of the CIA? Yes, this place has a lot going on. Let's begin with Lou then. She has been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Accused of taking advantage of brittle young celebrities like Britney Spears, there is speculation that she was involved in creating Britney's conservatorship while allegedly making millions. Even Lynn, Britney's mother, said in her biography that Lou was responsible for the whole thing. It doesn't stop there either. Lou, rumor has it, tried engaging in similar shenanigans with Justin Bieber, Amanda Bynes, and Lindsay Lohan, among other celebrities. Now, Lou Taylor isn't exactly making friends in Hollywood these days, since Courtney Love has accused her of criticizing her on Twitter as a guard dog, SS, and spin doctor in an effort to seize control of her affairs. It should come as no surprise that the Kardashians welcomed Lou into their family. Do you recall Kanye West's breakdown in 2020 and fled to Wyoming, claiming that Kris and Kim would receive him? According to rumors, Kim and Kris were considering putting Kanye under conservatorship. They allegedly asked Lou Taylor for guidance. But it seems they abandoned the plan when Kanye started phoning them out in public.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these all you fake hard
I really do feel this way. This Kim Kardashian, devoted her life to something, but it certainly wasn't the pursuit of academic excellence. She didn't even go to college, Harvey.
However, the Kardashians' relationship with Lou goes beyond simple camaraderie. Documents obtained by Page Six show that Lou and her company Tristar were named as registered representatives of many Kardashian and Jenner businesses, such as King Kai LLC and King Kylie KKW Fragrance and Holdings. Additionally, during Kim and Kanye's divorce process, it revealed that Kim had chosen Lou to oversee her trust fund. You could be asking yourself now, what does Diddy have anything to do with this? Diddy and Lou have a long history together, having collaborated at Uptown Records, and she was also one of Diddy's managers in the 1990s. But this is when things start to become very gloomy. There are rumors that Lou once contacted Diddy and asked him to provide drugs to Britney Spears prior to her infamous Via Mass performance in 2007. This action, which took place, it was allegedly planned as a last humiliation ritual only months before Britney was placed under conservatorship, to portray Britney as ill and in need of supervision. Britney was seen having fun with Diddy the night before the VMAs. Las Vegas, visiting several clubs and reportedly consuming contaminated drinks. According to People magazine, said that Britney visited a number of popular locations, such as Body English Club and Pure Nightclub, where she was welcomed by Diddy. Some believe that Britney's awful VMA performance was caused by the drugs Diddy gave her. The next day, suggesting that her poor performance was more a result of her partying in Sin City than a lack of time for preparation. However, Britney's adventures are just the beginning. Go in Diddy's legal troubles. Lil Rod, a producer, has made him famous by filing a lawsuit alleging that Diddy is carrying out a RICO operation. And you know who's involved in this case? Robin Diddy's accountant, Greenhill. This is when things get juicy. Greenhill works for Lou Taylor's company as an executive. And Alex Blassoff, Britney's former security guard, claims that she participated in spying on Britney when she was under conservatorship. Greenhill suggested hanging an iPad, Blassoff continues, to keep an eye on Britney's iCloud account, giving her managers access to all aspects of her life, including her messages to her pictures. It's an unsettling invasion of privacy that raises serious concerns about how much certain people would go in order to maintain power. Then there's Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble, her romantic partner. Ever ponder? What did he do prior to being the Kardashians' main squeeze? Kanye West himself claims that Corey has strong. Kanye even expressed concerns regarding the identity of the celebrity manager who had ties to government agencies. surrounding his children in the Kardashian family, hinting to Kory's enigmatic past. Indeed, he once penned a Kris received a somewhat angry SMS asking why they had never met Kory's family. Next, the summer of 2020 pushed Kanye West back into the news with shocking allegations against Kim and Kris Jenner, Kardashian, when Kanye revealed that Kris and Kim were trying to have him committed. It made headlines. He didn't end there. Additionally, he expressed his discomfort with Kris's boyfriend, Kory Gamble, being close to his kids by calling out Kory. Kanye tweeted, "Kris, don't toy with me. You and that call me, or you guys tried to lock me up. I'm not allowed near my kids." Fast forward to Kanye, rekindled the conflict in 2022, emphasizing Kory's purported connections to Diddy and his function as Justin Bieber's manager. Kanye described Kory in a string of scathing tweets as ungodly and questioned his involvement in their lives, implying that Kory's intentions were dubious. Kanye implied that Kory's influence extended well beyond his involvement with questionable companies and organizations. What drew attention? Kanye even described a situation in which he had to take Kory away from his daughter's birthday party, hinting to issues between them, but Kanye's admission that Kory works for the CIA. In a tape that was released last year, Kanye is heard saying that he was the CIA. Yes, CIA. This shocking disclosure offered another dimension of curiosity about Kory's already enigmatic history.